Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Now this vlog especially tonight is for Les, and give a shout out to Les because he's an avid watcher of my channel and he loves watching it, and he's always asking is it work and when I'm going to do an update. So here we go, Les, especially for you, but I'll do it for other people as well, so all the people who watch the channel on a regular basis can get updates and stuff like that from when I'm doing my vlogs. But I will try and get them. I know, because like Les has said, I'm not doing quite as regular as what I would have hoped to myself. There's a lot of things going on at the minute, haven't we all? So yeah, but I will try and get at least a couple done a week, and then that way it's keeping people more up to date with things and how things is progressing with the club and my thoughts and opinions on them, and whether you agree with them or not. That's what football is all about, in the end of the day. It's all about opinions and what we think of players, what we think of the manager, the structure, the setup, the behind the scenes of the club and everything like that. And I've got my opinions on it, and I'll share some of them in this video with you, and in next videos coming up I'll share some more maybe, and as time goes on. But I know it's a massive crucial time for Sunderland at the minute, because what it is the World Cup coming up, and I think we've got 3 games to go before we have this break, and we are kind of near the relegation zone, more near than what I was thinking we would be, because our strikers are out, and there's no getting around it. You got 2 of your main strikers out, you're going to struggle. It's as simple as that. I think the lads have performed pretty well for most games. The performance levels have not dropped or anything. There's no lack of desire or determination or effort. It's just that quality up front. When you have Ellis Sims and Ross Stewart out, and the quality of them players is really good, I think they're the best in the championship. That's just my opinion. But when you've got them out, and for quite a long time, in Ross Stewart's case especially, you're going to struggle. It's simple. I mean, first 2 or 3 games when they got injured, the lads actually were scoring 2 and 3, 4 goals, and I was like, well, what's a problem? But yeah, that was kind of like a prelude to a fall, if you like, So, right, now I don't know the team news. I'm doing this video before the team news is announced, so I would keep with the same squad, the same team that started in the last game. And for the pure and simple reason is, I think continuity is a big thing in football. And I think if you're giving the people the chance to prove themselves pretty much game in, game out, I mean, obviously, if they're injured or something, or if they're not really performing badly, then yeah, take them out. But I think the 11 that started, keep that 11, and look to have Ellis Sims on the bench, because he came on for 20 minutes in the last game, and I thought personally he'd done a real good job. He got about the pitch and he held the ball up because of his height. He's got that advantage where he holds the ball up and he can bring people into play, like your Pritchards and your Embos and people like that. And he is key, massive. He is key now to us going forward. Like I said, these 3 games, because obviously Ross Stewart's not going to be back, so we look now to Ellis Sims as the lone target man, which we've done that a lot in the past. All the times I've watched Sunderland, a lot of times we've had one target man up front in the last couple of years, especially. Not so much in the past. I mean, we've had Phillips and Quinn as the obvious ones. They were the dynamic duo. But yeah, we've tended to go on for a lone front man pretty much in the last couple of seasons, 2 or 3 seasons especially. So Ellis Sims, I think I would have him on the bench, ready to come on if needed to. Now, it's a strange one tonight because we're playing Huddersfield away from home. Now, 2 things about that. One is Huddersfield are languishing bottom of the table of the championship. So you'd say to yourself, well, this is 3 points for Sunderland. All I've got to do is turn up and that's it. But no, it never works that way. Life's not that simple. So it is a great chance, for Sunderland to go out there, show the mettle, prove themselves, and get on the ball and give it a quick pace, because I think that's what we're being lacking, a little bit of intensity. Get the quick pace going forward down the wings and pushing the ball up quick with tempo. Don't just like let the team come onto us and us sit back and then try and hit them on a break with a laboured attack, which, to be fair, they haven't done that. They've always tried to go forward quick if they could. I think the type of pitch that Huddersfield have, and it's an open ground, you know, it's nice. It's much better than what bloody Luton's was. Luton's a tight pitch and it's awkward, you know, for us to play our style of football on that. But I think with Huddersfield, we're going to get that chance tonight. So let's express ourselves. Let's go forward, like I said, with tempo, with pace, and have that tenacity and belief that we're going to get the goal, the early goal first. That I think is going to sort the match out. It's going to settle the match. First person to score tonight could well win the game. Simple as that. And I just hope it's us. Excuse me. So, team who, like I said, keep the same team as what played last game. Off the top of my head, I must confess I cannot remember exactly the full team. But, you know, I mean, if you can build from the last game that we had, where for the last 20 minutes of that second half, when Ellis Sims came on, he was magnificent. And if you can build on that and get Ellis Sims come on, maybe it's half time this time, you know, give him 45 minutes, because I think he's capable of doing 45 minutes. Not 90, but he's capable of 45. And if things are going well, if we're a couple of goals up, praise the Lord that we are, you know, a couple of goals up by half time, then bring Ellis Sims on and, you know, let him get that 45 minutes more under his belt. But we don't have to flog him, you know, it's not necessary, because he's just coming back. His match fitness is going to need time to build up. His confidence, I don't think he'll have any problem with his confidence. He comes across to me as a type of player that is very confident in his ability, and, you know, he never questions himself. He just goes out there and does it. So, and he gives me the impression when I've been watching him, he's strong and he's determined and he believes in himself and he knows that he's good enough to be at this level, especially this level. And I think he's good enough for the Premiership, if I'm honest with you, from what I've seen. He's not a finished article, you know, he's a bit more grown up to do and a bit more experience and all that, but I do think he's got potential to have a Premiership status. And, you know, he's on loan at us, and if we get up to the Premiership, can we buy him? That's a question for the future. But I think looking at now, if Ellis Sims can come on, I say half time, if, you know, as long as we're going well enough, we might have to bring him on even if things are not going well. But should we get the early goal tonight, I think that'll get the lads going, and I think we'll go on for a 2 or 3-0 or something like that. So my score prediction is going to be 2-0. So there we go. So I'm doing the score prediction. Now, like I said, I don't know the team, don't know who's on and who's off and all the rest of it, but I'm going for 2-0 to Sunderland tonight. So, and I think Pritchard might get a free kick, you know, might be scoring one of the goals, Pritchard. And I think the other could easily come from maybe Zembo or Jack Clark, Patrick Roberts. Maybe, you know, he has a chance or two, doesn't he? Because he likes to get forward and make things happen. So I think 2-0 to Sunderland tonight. And I think, I'm not saying that with arrogance. I'm saying that because I do believe that we're a better side than what we've been shown. And I think if we step up, like I said, with a tempo, get the ball moving quick, put the pace on in the game, and get the attacks going forward with fluidity, and get the likes of Embo and Pritchard and Jack Clark and Patrick Roberts and all them, you know, the creative players that can make things happen. And I think, yeah, I think we should have too much for Huddersfield tonight. The only thing is, you've got to be careful, because sometimes when you're playing the team bottom of the table, they'll fight and they'll scrap and they'll try and break the play up, which is not what we want, really. We like an open game, we like a passing game and stuff, but they'll try and break it up and waste time, which every frigging team has done that against us this season. Every time we've played somebody this season, especially at home, they've come up just to set 2 brick walls up, and then say, right, come and break us down. So we have to be wary of that. But like I said, if we can just get on the ball with pace, attack with pace, get the likes of Patrick Roberts and Jack Clark and whatever, and Embo, Pritchard, moving forward and putting nice balls in. Passing's got to be a bit better, and the crossing's got to be a lot better. Crossing, I think, now that's one thing I did want to come on to, just reminding myself. Crossing of the balls from the left or right wing, and corners especially, they have to be better. Our set pieces are not good enough to really threaten, opposition. I mean, many times we come up against a team who, when they do set pieces, they do free kicks, they do corners, they're a lot more better than us, they're more arranged, they're more organised, and they get their tall men up in the box, and the ball gets into them and we're under pressure. We have to learn to do that. We have to get it better with our crosses and our passing, especially in the final third of the field. That's where the killer ball needs to be. And if we're going to win tonight, that has to be happening straight from the off. So, yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here. 11 minutes on the video, so it's just a shorter one than normal. I normally do a bit more than this, but I think keep the same side as last time. Get, like I've said, all our flair players, our creative players on the ball with pace. Get the ball moving forward quick. And I think tonight, I think we can get the points on the board. And I'm going for 2-0. So there we go. Now take care until next time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. And like I said, I'm going to try and get these videos more regular, because I love doing them, and it's a pleasure doing them. Whether things are going right, whether things are going wrong or whatever, I'll do them. It doesn't bother me, because I love Sunderland through and through. So the fact that we could be sitting top and oh yeah, it's easy, and so I could be doing videos like that with that kind of attitude, but that's not me. I tell it like it is. I give honest opinions. I give how I feel about how things are going, and I will do that in the next few videos coming up, where I'll do proper research on my team lineups and who I think is having a good game, or who I think should be dropped, and all of that will come in. So thank you, Les, for keep on doing us at work and that, and getting the videos, getting us to do these videos, because I do love doing them. I might come across it sometimes that I don't, but I do. So, and I thank the likes of yourself who watch the channel on a regular basis, and you look forward to the videos coming on. So there we go. So 2-0 tonight. Come on there, lads. Let's do it. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel, put my teeth in, and let's have a good game tonight. And hopefully the lads can make this the first win of a few wins that'll get us climbing back up that table. Take care. Watch what you're doing.